All right, Video Guys live Newsday Tuesday webinar. I'm Oliver Ricketts. Gary Batan is out today, so I will be filling in for him. We have a really great show planned for you guys all about the SlingStudio and when you want to take it outside to stream on the go. So this is perfect for sporting events, community events, anything where you're leaving the studio to do something and you still want it to be a professional live stream. So jumping right in, SlingStudio is a portable live production system. So this is an all-in-one system. You can edit and record from multiple feeds on the go. And it starts at just $999. This is a great tool and it's perfect for your professional outdoor live production set. So jumping into some of the features that come with the SlingStudio, we're going to talk about the SlingStudio Backpack, and with it, you'll find your SlingStudio Camera Link, priced at $349. You can see it right here on our main screen. So you have the SlingStudio Camera Link. Then there's the SlingStudio battery that plugs right into the bottom of the hub to ensure that you have your power for when you're going live on the go, as well as your UBC expander. That's got two USB ports as well as an Ethernet port. And then you've got your carrying bag. So the SlingStudio Backpack is actually a really great tool because, as you can see, let's cut to above me here. When you open it up, you have slots for all the tools that you need to do your live production. So the hub goes right in the middle. You have your battery and your camera links as well as all of your cables, and it packs into this nice little backpack. So the thought process there is that if you're doing a show, say you don't have an extensive crew, say you're a 1 to 2 man operation, it's better to have all your stuff in one place that's very simple. It can go right on your back, and you really only need 2 to maybe 3 people to run this kind of production. So again, this is a completely portable streaming solution. So you can stream anywhere on the go. You can edit as you're moving. And what's really nice is that all of your connections are totally wireless. So in this show, we're going to go through with you how to hook your phones to the SlingStudio Hub, as well as your camera links, which work up to 300 feet away. So now you don't need extensive cables, SDI connections, 100-foot cables. It's all right in this backpack, and you won't need a ton of cables to do it. So getting into the SlingStudio Hub, one of the biggest things is that it can be set up anywhere. All you have to do is create a network with your SlingStudio, which will act kind of as a hotspot, and that'll be the hub where you connect all of your production feeds. Then you're going to connect your camera sources via the camera link or your smartphone, and then you're ready to go. And it's that simple. You'll have a professional multi-camera stream on the ready for your production. And again, it's just a couple buttons, very, very simple. So I want to jump in right now to the SlingStudio Console app. If we can get that picture up above my head here. Now the Console app is basically your hub for your whole Sling production. So if you have the hub set up and it's connected to your iPad, now I can control all of my production elements. You'll see here we have an iPhone connected, and that's my video up on top. Now if I want to send that video live, all I have to do is hit preview to program. It's not okay, so we actually have to set up another element here. But I can pull in more than one video here via my camera link. And as you can see here, all I have to do is drag and drop these pictures to mix my show on the go. So I have my DSLR feed. I will have my DSLR feed in just a minute. Should come up right here from my camera link. And I have my iPhone feed as well. All right? And you can actually hook up to 10 different video sources via the app. So now you have a sophisticated looking production that you can mix on the go, and you have up to 10 different elements. So imagine you're recording a sports game and you want to be covering the action intensely. You have your main camera, which is capturing the whole field, but everybody's walking around with phones. Your whole crew can get you a picture that feeds right into your iPad. So right now, I do want to take a look really quick because we're not just going to talk about it. I'm going to show you how it really works and that you can take this outside and this equipment does work. So let's take a look at a quick stream that we did with the SlingStudio.
Hey everyone, this is Adam Noyce from Videoguys here testing out our SlingStudio set. We are completely wireless here in the middle of this baseball field, as you can see on this nice and bright sunny day. And to prove that we're wireless, I'm now going to fade to our cell phone feed, which is going to show off our SlingStudio. There we go. Look at that, completely wireless. And that's stationed way over there. Oliver, if you can show how far away we are from that, and again, this is completely wireless, and there we are. And I'm actually controlling this via the SlingStudio Hub, which I'm now going to fade it right back to me on the other camera. There we are. And again, this is all done. You can, with our backpack and everything like that, with the SlingStudio Backpack, everything can be really nice and concisely packed, and you can travel all over the place, and with a hotspot you can stream almost anywhere. And the fact that we actually have a phone as one of our feeds, I'm going to fade to it again, you can get a camera literally just about anywhere, even in the middle of the woods. And that's so fantastic, so easy. Oliver, if you can just show off our camera link. You see, this is just a simple DSLR, right? And that's just hooked up via one of the SlingStudio camera links with only an HDMI cable. No other cables are needed for that to connect wirelessly to the SlingStudio, which I can then bring it into the hub. It's really simple, and we've done a video talking about that. And again, we have Oliver's cell phone. Oliver, if you could just show that off for the main camera right here. And I'm going to fade to it. Just stand right in front of there and show off that we have a cell phone. Yeah, look at that. And that is our cell phone feed. Really simple, and you can hook up to 10 of these. 10. And that's great, so you can stream it from just about anywhere at any time. And that's really quite awesome. Alright everyone, and this is Adam Noyce from Videoguys saying sayonara.
Alright, so that was a look at actually taking the SlingStudio outside and bringing in all of your production elements. So I want to get into some of the gear that you need to actually do that, because other than the hub, one of the main tools to use with the SlingStudio is the SlingStudio Camera Link, priced at just $349. And this is a great tool. It can actually connect any HDMI camera to your SlingStudio. So as long as you have that SlingStudio connection with the HDMI, you can bring that picture in. So you saw in that video we were using the DSLR as well as the iPhone. And these things work up to 300 feet away. So with just that simple HDMI connection to your camera, now you can go the whole span of a football field. You could be anywhere at an event, and you could be streaming right back to your hub and picking up that picture no problem. So jumping from that, now you can have up to 10 camera links, or you can have up to 10 cell phone signals. So it's a really simple process just to connect your iPhone or your Android to the Sling. All you really have to do is connect to the hotspot made by the SlingStudio via your Wi-Fi, and then your picture will pick right up, right in the app. So it's really that simple. It's almost just a two-step process, 2 hits of a button, and you're getting that picture in, which is super convenient. So you can mix and match. Maybe you have some camera links, maybe you have some phone feeds, but you will wind up with a sophisticated multicam production. For more information on that, we actually are going to be posting a couple instruction videos on how to hook up these camera links, because we noticed that is a very popular question on how to actually hook it to the console app, as well as how to hook up an iPhone or an Android to the hub itself. Now, the Sling is great for streaming on the go and recording on the go and editing that video. So what happens when you need to stream that? Well, the LiveU Solo is a perfect tool for that. All right, so the LiveU Solo is a one-touch wireless live streaming system built to take your camera feed right to Facebook. So let's replace that camera with your SlingStudio Hub, and now we're sending this whole video out to Facebook Live, YouTube, whatever the streaming service of your choice is. And again, normally that LiveU Solo is priced at $9.95, but we're actually going to bundle that whole thing with the SlingStudio pack just at $24.95. So that'll get you the LiveU Solo, so you can live stream your content that you're making with the Sling, as well as the SlingStudio Backpack that I have next to me here, the SlingStudio Hub and battery, and a SlingStudio Camera Link and USB-C adapter. So it's a really, really great value that will help you create a professional live stream on the go from anywhere. And don't just take my word for it. We've tested this out. We have multiple videos on this bundle, and we're going to roll one of those right now.
This week's Video Guys product spotlight is on the new SlingStudio bundles with the LiveU Solo HDMI premium video encoder. SlingStudio is a super easy to set up and use multi-camera live production solution. Use your iPad or Mac to run the Sling Console app and produce your show wirelessly. Cut between cameras, add graphics, lower thirds, and more. This bundle includes a LiveU Solo HDMI video encoder, SlingStudio Hub, SlingStudio battery, SlingStudio Camera Link with HDMI D2C cable, SlingStudio USB expander, and the SlingStudio Backpack for just $2,495. Easy to transport, set up, operate, and pack up, SlingStudio with the LiveU Solo HDMI premium video encoder is the live streaming solution you've always been looking for.
Alrighty, so that's just a look at that LiveU Solo SlingStudio pairing. But if you're interested in the SlingStudio, then your main interest is probably a multi-camera setup. So it's really important to look at some resources, get some ideas via some diagrams or any other kind of graphics you can find. And some really great resources we found are actually from Sling themselves. Right on their website, they have some great diagrams for some ideas for covering a baseball game or any sporting event. And they're really great diagrams showing where your cameras are going to be in relation to the hub and then how you're going to stream those. Let's not stop at Sling, because Videoguys actually has made up a couple of these diagrams ourselves, covering not just baseball games, but different sporting events or multicam shows, which actually we did a whole webinar just 2 weeks ago covering these diagrams and how exactly you set these setups up. They're all available on our website, and we'll leave a link to those both in the YouTube description of this video as well as in the blog post. So there's some great resources that you can take a look at, and hopefully they will help with your live production. And speaking of your live production, I'm part of the production crew here. And one of the things that we do is we set up all the different videos that we do, whether it be live or pre-canned or syndicated. So I'm very familiar with outdoor streaming and full production. So actually the production crew here came up with some tips to help you in a live production, either outside or inside, wherever it may be. We think that this will help. So tech tip number 1, set up all your gear for success. You don't want wind noise, you don't want unwanted noise in your audio. So we recommend that you use windscreen with all your mics, because there's nothing worse than thinking that you got all the information that you need and none of the audio is usable. In addition to that, you do want to be able to see the picture that you're creating, just like you would inside while you're outside. But sun glare can be a problem. Videoguys actually has all of the Atomos monitors with sun hoods that are available on the Videoguys website, but a sun hood in general is a very good idea if you're working predominantly outside. You always want to be able to see the picture that you're creating for your audience before it's too late to change it. So we definitely recommend a sun hood. Next up, a pop-up canopy. Now that's not only for rain. Say you're working in intense heat or just your crew is outside. Having that canopy for shade or protection is very important for both your equipment and your crew. And then on top of that, always bring tape, blocks, sandbags, spikes, any gear that you need to practically place your equipment should be on your set with you. Now, what to do in a heat alert. So say it's a hot day, but you have a live event that's ready to go and you need to be there. Make sure that you're bringing extra water for your crew. That's number 1, is taking care of the people who are making this product for you. In addition, provide some shade to help shade your equipment and your crew, and bring an extra backup gear in case of it overheating. There's nothing worse than your gear failing on you while you're working. So in that vein, portable fans are also great to cool down some of your more intense equipment. Say you're working with a computer outside or something like this with a lot of moving parts. you definitely want to keep everything cool. Moving into rain, now this is probably the most common issue with going outside, is what if it rains? Now, the main thing is to be prepared, know what the weather is going to be like before you're there, but it happens. We can't get an accurate report on things 100% of the time. So make sure that you're bringing raincoats, ponchos, extra layers for your crew while you're preparing to shoot, as well as plastic bags to keep your equipment dry, and especially your camera. Make sure that you're protecting the gear in the way that you need to do while you're working outside in harsh weather conditions. And while we talked about the heat, let's also get into talking about the cold. Now, crew comfort is, again, very important. Providing hand warmers. There's nothing worse than a camera guy with shaky hands. You're not getting the shots that you need. Using gloves with touchscreen enabled fingers rather than your regular gloves. Most things do run off a touchscreen now. So make sure that the gloves that you're using can still control all the gear, so you're not yanking the glove off, doing a time-sensitive task, then putting the glove back on. In addition to that, hats that you can comfortably use with your camera, and dress in layers in case of production moves outside or inside. You always want to be prepared. That about wraps it up for our tech tips as well as our instructions on how to use the Sling outside. If you have any questions about this gear or anything else that we sell at Videoguys, we use this stuff all the time, and you can get in contact with us over the phone or online. Give us a call at 1-800-323-2325. Again, that's 1-800-323-2325. If you're looking for me specifically, I'm extension 1111. I'd be more than happy to talk any kind of tech support or any questions that you have about the SlingStudio or any other gear that we sell at Videoguys. In the meantime, next week for our Videoguys Newsday Tuesday, we got a lot of really great shows coming up. But hopefully next week, Gary Batten will be back with a new bundle announcement from LiveU with the LiveU Solo that we showed today. Also on deck, we have a new Telestream Wirecast product, and we're taking a look at BirdDog Central Pro, which is a great new program from BirdDog that we can't wait to tell you all about. So for those shows and more, make sure that you're subscribing to this YouTube channel, liking us on Facebook, keeping an eye out for all of these notifications, because we want to give you all the relevant information about the gear that we have and about all the new news of technology. I'm Oliver Ricketts from Videoguys. Again, give us a call at 1-800-323-2325 or check out videoguys.com. And thanks for watching.
Videoguys is available Monday through Friday. Give us a call at 1-800-323-2325. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Instagram to stay connected with all of our updates. And you can like us on Facebook. Keep an eye out for our live videos, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.